Maybe. What about that button we pressed before? Now it works. Don't ever touch anything on this computer. Just don't do it. Yeah, that's probably it. I think it's working. Go through. Big, yeah, okay. Start, yeah. There's that one. This one works. What if the scope works? Jesus, everything's working. What do we got here? It's a nickel. What is it? Okay, it's an older nickel. Thanks. Okay, good. Finally. There. We got a bunch of mail. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. I went down to the damn post office because a package that was being tracked early this morning said, it's not delivered because doesn't fit in the mailbox or some damn thing. Well, anyway, I do some stuff because I got to go downtown. I called them up and said, hey, man, it says, undeliverable. And the guy don't even get here until 3 o'clock in the afternoon anyway. So where's my package? Is my package there? And they say, yes, we have your package right here. It took them 20 minutes to find the damn thing. He says, we have your package right here at the post office. You can come down and get it. Okay, I don't have a slip yet because the guy ain't going to be here till 3 o'clock. Let me look at this real quick. Warning, please check the resolution. That don't make no sense. So anyway, there, that works. So I get some stuff together, go down to the post office, I dump a bunch of the packages that are going out, and get up in line, and I say, hey, guy says my package is here, and all I need to do is give you this, the tracking number, which I wrote down on this very piece of paper. But I had stopped the mailbox, and by this time the guy had put in the slip of paper that says, no room to turn around. Oh, this just ticked me off. Well, anyway, so now it went from undeliverable because, it doesn't fit to no room to turn around, and it goes from the package is here at the post office, and then I'm here to pick it up. I got a slip. Oh no, that package is still out of the road. I'm thinking it's not going to take a whole lot of kerosene to burn that building down. Well, anyway, I'm talking to Elaine. Elaine, she works at the post office. She's only about, a half a mile up the street over here. Anyway, she says, just sign the back and I'll deliver it. I said, it's supposed to be here. Well, it's not. Okay. Well, look, it's a quiet country road. What? You can't turn around, supposedly. Can you not back out? Can you park on the side of the road and walk 100 feet? Look, I got a picture. Let's see if I can find that one. I had a picture. What do I want to do with that? Okay, I've lost it. Where's the quick access? Let's see. Busy. No, what's this one? There. Let me pull this one up. So I took a picture of the damn post office. Screen. There. I'm going to move this over. All right. Come on, click. There, I can click it now. Here's the post office. I superimposed a picture of my property with the same scale as the damn post office downtown. This is what we come up with, is this here. And you can see the size of the truck here. This is my truck, and this is my other truck that really needs to be washed. And compare that to the size of these trucks over here. And well, actually, there's more space in and around the house, right, than there is in these little spots at the post office. But geez, they can negotiate those just fine. And then I got, another 500 feet before you get to the back fence out here. Not enough room to turn around. Not acceptable. If you can negotiate the traffic downtown, you can negotiate this little space here. What the hell? You can't back out on this quiet country road? There's nothing out here except, some deer and a possum. What the hell's going on? I think the guy's doing drugs. Seriously, that's what I'm down to as far as trying to figure out what the hell's going on with my mail. The guy's got to be doing drugs. That's all. But I got my packages, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so we got one here from PAB. All right, we'll open that one soon. I got one here. I opened it because this was in the actual mailbox. This is from Metal Circles. Aha. Something fell out. Nope. Okay, we got another one here that came in yesterday from Coin and Card Hobbyist. Whoop. And we kind of looked at a couple of those, but we haven't looked at very many, so I thought I'd take a look and see what's in there. Was there more mail? I don't know, man. This is plenty. Yep. So I'm going to turn on this blinding light up here. And let's set these here off to the side and go through and see what we got. Okay, we got tape. That needs a home. Can we see any of this? There. This is why I had to restart the stream, because I had plugged in the camera, figuring I'll just take pictures of, this place out here. And look, it's mode. There's ample space. They've dropped off before. Federal Express dropped a package off on my porch just this very morning. What's wrong with this mailman? What? I cannot come up with an idea. Well, that's enough bitching about the post op. I can bitch about them pretty much any day and be pretty much right. All right, let's look at this one first. We got some stuff. Oh, let me move this. I don't think I'm ready. There. Okay, we'll move. Okay, I can move that. Let's move this. Look, isn't that pretty? We'll probably give that away come Sunday. Yeah, big show's coming up. And people send in stuff for the big show, right? We got this show on Sunday. Where is it here? Usually, most Sundays at 9:30. I'm pretty good with the time, but actually showing up and doing a show, that's the trick. I kind of slept in a couple of weeks ago. Hey, it's what we do when we get older, right? You sleep when you're like 2, and you sleep when you're like 52. It's all good. And you work your ass off in between for the longest time. All right, so we got some stuff. Now, people send this stuff in out of the goodness of their hearts. And we put together this package, right? And one person's going to win the whole damn thing. And dude, it gets big. That's why we call it the big show. It's the biggest giveaway out there. I got to keep one of these. This is Coin and Card Hobbyist. Here's Liberty Sticker. USPS sucks in any state. Dude, what's wrong with them? Do they only hire special people? Because I should get a job there. Hey, Coin Flips, how are you? So, no, that's sideways. Coin and Card Hobbyist, here she is. Now, on Sunday mornings, she has a giveaway, right? And if you want to find out what she's giving away and, find out how to win, you got to watch her little Sunday morning video. And then come Monday, when she does her thing, she'll award the winner of whatever it is she's giving away. There it is. That's a pretty good sticker. But look, rather than send one or two, she sent a whole deck of the darn things. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I should have been a dealer in Vegas. Vegas. Ready? Okay, I suck at dealing. If you have channel stickers, why not send them in? Because we'll put one of these in every darn package until I run out of channel stickers. And, get you some exposure. People send them. I got one here from Victoria Roman Carter. We put them in all the time. But if you want to promote your channel, send stuff into the big show. We'll throw it in the package. It don't cost me nothing. You pay for the stickers and the shipping. And whoever wins, they're going to have all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Well, they collect the stickers, too. I should get some stickers. All right. But we got coins. We got coins. Look at this. I got some quarters. There's a nickel. There's a dime. I had taken a couple of out. What's this? Ooh, it's a wide. Look at that one. Now, there's one. A hand-drawn label. RGV. So it's a reverse design variety number 6, which is the wide AM. Why won't that camera focus? What is your problem? What is your major malfunction? Do not piss me off today. I've been working at the post office trying to get stuff. Ready? Don't make me turn this computer right around. I will. There, that's a Wham. That's a 98. They're a little tougher to find than the 2000s, but nowhere near as tough as the 1999s. All right, we'll look at that. Okay, we got more coins, and look, it says Big Show right on it. More coins. These look like they're going to be a bunch of nickels. Let's open this up. I can do that. Don't cost nothing. All right, I take out 20. People send cash and they send coins. And the coins, I mean, this stuff, I'll put in 1 or 2 items every single week for a long time, right? And this will keep it going. You know, we're adding 1 or 2 more coins in from each package. And I've got a dozen packages over here. And then people send cash, right? And we're going to add retail value of coins equal to the cash. But I'm going to keep 20 bucks to pay for the shipping because I like to support our local post office. Okay, so we got some V nickels. They should change the name to PV nickels. Honestly, I got to put a P on there because it's Philadelphia, right? And it's a V nickel. It's a PV nickel. Where's the applause? You guys just dullards. I thought it was funny as hell. Okay, 1912. Yeah, what is that? Get out of here. Oh, excuse me. Little issue we have out here in the woods. At this time of the year, it warms up and the flies come in the house. That's not bad shape. Sometimes you get these and they're just so worn out, there's nothing left. We got to put this under the scope. Okay, let's see. Where's the scope? There it is. Can we focus? Focus. Hocus. Focus. There's a nickel. Okay, so the V nickel will probably be about that size. Let's move him off to the side and put this one in. There it is. V. Liberty. Okay, look, we got, this is probably very good. A lot of times you don't have any detail in the hair, right? Dude, this was a key piece of commerce back in the day, 1912. Right? I mean, a nickel will get you just about anything. What do you need? You need a new couch? It's a nickel, right? A postage stamp? It was like a nickel. 1912. You need a gallon of gas? It's like 100 nickels. Gas back then was higher than it is now. Well, they didn't have the systems in place, you know. Here's that 1911. Okay, this is closer to what we usually see. She still has some detail. We got some ear here. We got some of the stuff in her hair, right? We got some detail. These aren't too bad. There it is, V. It's a Roman numeral 5. Ta-da! Okay, now 1912 is the only date on the V nickel that has a mint mark, right? And you'll find a D or an S right down here between the dot and the rim. Well, a D ain't too bad, but an S, yeah, you're looking at some, you know, 50 to 100 bucks anyway, right? For decent shape, not screwed up. Okay, there's a whole bunch of these. All right, so somebody's going to get them a V nickel for the next few weeks. There we go. Oh, these aren't trashy at all. Nothing wrong with these. 1911, 1910, 1910. I've been working on my dramatic voice. There you go. And they used to put this weird stuff in their hair back then. All the chicks would walk around with, like, you know, flowers in their hair. And okay, they still do that. All right, never mind. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, where is it? Oh, I done lost it. There it is. Okay, let me pull that one up. That's not going to work. Where'd it go? Home. There's home. There's library. Library is where I keep all the pictures, right? Okay, let's see. I can pull this one up here. Where'd it go? It's a bunch of muskox. Should be right there beside the OxyClean. Okay, there's that one. And we didn't get the other one, did we? Yeah, okay. So go back to the screen here. Screen. There's the screen. So there's the map, right? And there's my truck. And there's their parking lot. And people get in and out of there just fine. But for some reason, there's not enough room here to back up or turn around. Ah, yes, sorry, bastages. Okay, so we got the, no, that's not it. They got these Valentine hearts. You can actually design them, right? Those, the candy hearts. You can design and print anything as long as it'll fit. If they can like laser print it, they'll put it on your Valentine heart. So I made some. I think they're pretty slick. Nothing says love like a girl willing to make you a sandwich. Okay, so where'd this other one go? There it is. See? See? Ox, 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 ox. That's my Valentine's picture. I thought it was funny as hell. You don't think it's funny? Maybe you should get out of the house more. I'm just saying. Nope and nope, Darwin. Poor people had horses, rich people had cars. Today, poor people have cars and rich people have horses. Oh, that's going to give me a tumor. Oh, Jesus. Wow, that's just going to mess me up for a long time right there. Okay, get back to it. Here. Nope, that's not it. Screenshot. No, where's the scope? Where's the scope? No, that's not it. That's those new quarters. They got the new double stuffed quarters coming out. There. No, what is this? Scope. There. So there's a 1910. Huh? That's working great. There's a 1911. Here's what's this one? It's a 1907. Uh-huh. That looks funny. That doesn't quite look right. Oh, sorry, that's a different coin. 1907. They started making these in 1883. Yeah, this is back when the chicks wore a man bun. They made them up till 1912. And in 1913, you're going to see this on Facebook if I talk about it. They made 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1913 V-nickels, right? And you always see this guy on Facebook, hey, I've got a 1913 V-nickel. Well, what he's really got is like a 1906, but like the date is just friggin' mangled, right? Or it's a 1903, but the date is frigged. There's a hole right there in the middle. He's convinced, and you can't tell him otherwise. The guy is convinced that he's got a 1913 V-nickel. And it looks like this, right? Except it's got a hole in it, right where the date is. But you can't tell him otherwise. No, that's not a 1913. Oh, yes, it is. I got it from a guy who said it was a 1913. Okay, well, those 5 nickels at a 1913 happen to be, proof strikes, so they're not going to look like this. They don't have holes in them because we know where all 5 are, right? And you didn't buy it for $1.50. Guaranteed. Well, you can't tell them otherwise. Look, somebody finds a coin, right, and they go to somebody they know, who they trust, in whom they place their confidence, whose reputation and opinion they value. And this person might not know a darn thing about coins. Well, most people don't know much about coins. And this person who is respectable will say, "Ooh, that's a good coin. That's worth something." And a vague, general, ambiguous answer such as that is enough. Is all that's needed sometimes for these folks to just worship Buddha. It's all they need to have all the evidence to confirm that what they have is some magic, purple unicorn, some magical thing that's worth a fortune. And you don't have to tell them it's worth a particular amount. You just have to say it's really valuable, and they'll make up their own figure. What's valuable to them? $100, $1 million. This is one guy. You see him pop up every year or so. He's got a dime or a nickel that's been double struck, right? So it was struck, I guess originally as a dime and then struck as a penny. Well, something like that. It's a double struck coin. They're good for, a few $100. I mean, it's not a dummy coin by any means. It's legit. But he's got this idea that's, it's a $2 million coin. And you cannot shake his ideas. No, you cannot rock his world. He is foursquare on the idea that that coin is 7 digits minimum. What are there, like 10 coins out there valued at over $1 million? Maybe 20 coins. Okay, no mint mark on this one. That's a 19. Oh my God, it's a 1913. Huh. Okay, we'll put that with the other V nickels. Okay, now we got all these Mercury dimes. Ooh, what's that? Ooh. Well, there's some love in this package. Yeah, I got all these from Coin and Card Hobbyist. Hoogie's here. Hey la. Hey ya hair. Mercury dimes. Okay, how many of these are worth $1 million? I'll get a little bit of damage on there. When people get these coins, they're not used to them. They're used to them old, well, they're not really old, these things, what is that? Roosevelt. Okay, they're used to those. And a lot of people will see one of these for the first time. And if they don't know anything about coins, they think it's a toy, right? Or a play money, so part of a game. They don't understand what the hell this is. What? You mean it's a dime? It doesn't have Roosevelt on it? Back when I first got exposed to the hobby, and well, it wasn't even called a hobby. We were just looking through my grandmother's button can, right? Because she needed a blue button to sew onto her blouse, because that's what people did back in the day, was fix shit. All right, so we're going to find the right blue button. She's certain she has one, because her can of buttons, it's one of the, fruit cake tins, blue. It's like this thick, full of freaking buttons. I mean, these buttons go back 200 years. Some of them are wood. No fooling, but we're trying to find one with a flower on it. And in there, she's got these pennies, right? Because she'd take her bunch of buttons, she'd take them to go play Beano, which is bingo, except, in down east Maine, in Hickville, out in the sticks, they call it Beano. And they yell, Beano. Well, anyway, in there was an Indian penny. 2, right? One was a 1906. I'm like, 10 years old. One was a 1906, and the other one was freaking, dude, it was wore out. But you can see it's another one of those pennies with an Indian on it. And it's 1882. Dude, it's almost 100 years old. Yeah. Well, nowadays you'd say it was well worn, about good, problem free, and good for about, $1 or $2. But back then it was freaking magic. So I showed them to my grandmother. I said, "What are these?" "Oh, them's old pennies." "Huh?" "Yep, that's what they look like when I was your age." Of course, she was born in 1896. So when she was 10, yeah, that's what the penny looked like when she was my age. That's a funny looking date I want to look at. Huh. That sure is a big fat 3. Huh. Let's zoom out. Well, I had no idea at the time that there was a design in use for coins, pennies in particular, that didn't have Abe Lincoln on it. But you got to figure, there was a time before Abe Lincoln was important enough to be put on a penny. There's a time before there was an Abe Lincoln, and they still had pennies. Okay, 1943. Let's see if we can find 43D. There's a D on it. The D stands for Dum Dum Dum. Let's get in there and have a look. 43D DDOs, and I got Flynn's book here. I can't see it. Yep. I ain't wearing no damn bifocals. All I do is trip over stuff. What's that? I'll get some notes written in the margins. Oh, that's a class 3. That's why. Oh, did you see this? Hoogie's here. Let me show you this. Here's a screen. No, that's not what I want. Hoogie. You know what his wife got him for Valentine's Day? One of these. Huh? That's a doubled die, where the 1941 die was hubbed with a 1942 hub. Try that one out. So you have effectively an overdate. That's a peach. That's a magnificent piece. And I'm trying to find out if Mrs. Hoogie has a sister. Well, I don't see any listings here for 1943 DDOs. 1943D. No, not a one. Well, Denver doesn't usually have much anyway. Okay. Well, I'll have to check other reference materials. There. Let's set this aside. Yeah. And get back to this one. Where'd it go? Let's go. Okay, nothing listed. That was Flynn's book. So those would be Wexler numbers. So I'm going to go with the initial assumption that, if I can find my sticks. Shannon's here. Yeah, I'm going to go with the assumption that this is smoshed. It does seem to have a change in color as we go across it. The center of the 3 looks a little disfigured. All right. Let's see if we have any other indicators. Well, we're in pretty wore-out shape, so if it was, it wouldn't hold a lot of value. Mrs. Hoogie better have gotten diamonds. She got Mr. Hoogie. He's a diamond in the rough right there. All right, we'll sell that one off to somebody on the big show. They'll be happy. Here's another. There. See the difference in that? In that 3, it's not smoshed. But so people don't recognize older coins, and if they do see it, they may not understand that it's what is that? Oh, okay, that'll raise it up. They may not understand that it is real money. Sometimes you go to the store and you try to spend an Eisenhower dollar or a $2 bill, and they give you this look. I'm not born yesterday. Yeah, you were. Yeah. How old are you? 16? Yep. I was giving my girl a Dutch oven on Valentine's Day. What, before you were born, girl. It's a $2 bill. They don't understand. Ta-da. Now, Shay, that's funny. There's a loop here. Come on. That's funny. So Shay was telling me that he spent like 2 hours talking to the guy at one of his banks, where he picks up or drops off. I don't know which. There's so darn many of them. And explaining all about these coins. And years ago, I thought, I wonder if one could make, some cash doing like a symposium. Huh. And, invite tellers and people who handle money, business owners, and give them the story of money, what can be found in pocket change realistically. I mean, they pay $10, maybe 20, and they get a book or something to go with it. And you give them a 2-hour presentation, hand out some stuff. They can buy them right there, have their own examples. I'm seeing some weirdness on this coin. The E looks a little wider left to right. I've got a mark down the center of the slope of the R, but, well, I don't see a whole lot of extra thickness, and if that's a separation line, it's certainly not doubling on that piece. And the O looks pretty round. Okay, I'm going to chalk this up to die deterioration. See all these metal flow lines, these little swirls, and looks like a rough dog hair. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, Amanda's looked at all these, I'm sure. Are you saying war? War or whore? What? Just got my 2020 Lincolns in today. Woohoo! I use a debit card all the time. So could one, if they, put together a script, a presentation, have a simple symposium on occasion and go from town to town, burn them up and tear them down. Because you'd need, at 20 bucks a head, you'd probably need 20 to 30 people at something like that and give them a 2-hour presentation. But what's it going to take? Well, setting up the presentation shouldn't be hard. If you have an idea of what you're doing, all you need is some samples and scopes and big screen TV and Vanna White, yeah. And setting up that part, that's not hard, but it's the advertising and promoting the event, I think that would be the hassle, because it's anything can happen day. Sometimes to make an advertising campaign work, you've got to run that for, I mean, weeks, and you get no results. But I always thought it could be done. What you got here? We got no focus. Farm Dog's here. Good to see you. There, I think we're back into focus. Took a lot of 40s Mercs. These are all from Coin and Card Hobbyists. That's pretty good shape. Now, most collectors have a lot of pennies. They're inexpensive, right? It's a first, because they're inexpensive and copious. It's a lot of times the first thing people get involved with, right? They don't always expand their horizons and broaden their collection for many decades. They get into the 40s and 50s and 60s, and then they say, hey, I think I'll get back into that. But for most of their life, they're going to have just a bag of, a coffee can full of pennies, and they're a coin collector. Hey, I'm okay with that appellation. That's just fine with me. You want to call yourself a collector? I'm all for it. Where's the tape? I have to fix this box. Where's that stapler? Why isn't the stapler where it should be? Oh, it's in this box. Okay. Okay, so they don't have Indian pennies, buffalo nickels, war nickels, silver half dollars and walkers and half cents and 2 cents. They got a bunch of pennies. That's it. And they don't have mercury dimes and V nickels and wide AMs. I'm going to take that out so you can see. All right, here's one. Now I'm going to need a penny from, let's see, around 1988. Let's see what I got in this can here. Okay, here's a 2005. That'll get me home. Ta-da. Man, I'm getting stuff all over this desk. That'll work just fine. What's that one? 90? 04. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. There. So we got 2 coins here. We got this 1998. And I get this one over here, which is still out of focus, just a little. Good. And that is a 2005. Okay, so people want to know, what the hell's a wham? And what's wrong with you? You're going, wham! All the time. Okay, watch this. If you know what to look for, you can spot these at home, and they're worth a few bucks. Real easy. This one right here, as pictured, is probably good for $3 to $8. Thereabouts. All right, it's not screwed up. Pretty sharp. That's mostly, red-brown. Okay. When they look like this, then they're worth, 10 to 20. Okay, let's look at that. You got 3 dates. You got 90. What is that? A lint? No. You get 98, 99, and 2000. And there are supposed to be only one reverse design used during those years, and that's called a close AM. Aha, which is the reverse design variety number 8 used on the Lincoln series. Okay, let me put these right up close, one beside the other. See if we can see this. And we're going to get into some diagnostics, right? And these are the fingerprints, the identification points, the pickup points that you want to look at for the wide AM. See that? Let me move that ever so gently. This is the wide AM, and this is the close AM. Now, they were supposed to, from 1993 to, is that right? Yeah, from like 1992 onward, they're supposed to use the close AM design, right? However, they made a mistake. And in these 3 years, one of these designs with the wide AM, which is supposed to be used on the proof strikes during these years, these dies were used to produce business strikes. What? You have a proof reverse? Well, you have the proof design, but it may be the dies were not prepared because we don't usually see much for polishing or any cameo on these. So I'd say the dies were not prepared for proof, but they were hubbed with the proof design. And we know the coin is not prepared. The planter was not polished up, and they did not use the same intense striking method. So it's a business strike, but it has the proof design. And that's a wide AM. So you're looking at the space between the AM, right? And if you took a hair off your head, I'm not going to do that, and stretch it through that, it would probably be wider than that space. So you got about like 1/10 of a millimeter in between the two letters. They're pretty much, close enough that Valentine's Day becomes meaningful for them. Whereas this, you have this leg of the M, and you see the width, the thickness of that from the left to the right side of that leg. That's about the same distance as you have between the AM. So close AM, wide AM. Now there's some dates where it's supposed to be the wide AM, right? 1992, it's supposed to be this design. However, some of the proof which had the close AM were used on 1992 and 92D. So for those circulation coins on 92, you want to find this one. And that's worth good money. No fooling. Okay, let's look over here at the FG. And we'll do them up side by side. And then I'll bump it and screw it all up. Okay. For this one, we're going to zoom in. Ready? Zoom in with me. Where are you? What? There. Okay. Yeah, that's mostly there. Okay. Take a look at the distance between the F and the memorial. Right? On the wide, on the wide AM, you have a close FG. On the close AM, you have a wide FG. Yeah, okay, maybe that'll work. Draw a line, right, equal to the height of the F, turn it 90 degrees, and have a look. This is more of a rectangle, right? The height of the F, the distance is less than that height. Over here, if I draw that same sort of rectangle, this is almost going to be a square. Square. Let me show you. I got a trick. I can do this. All right. You ready? Let's see. No, I can't do that. Oh, it keeps the same ratios. Oh, this sucks. How about, can I do it with this? This will probably keep the same ratio. Oh, okay, that's not going to work. Whoa. Oh! I have to talk like a squeaky voice when I get down this size. It's really tough. I'll get big down. Okay. All right. Huh. Okay, nothing I can do with that. But, take a look and see if it's wide here or narrow here. Is it wider than it is tall, or as wide as it, or is it narrower? Okay, let's look up here at these. See the points of the A and the distance to the T? If I line these up just right, we'll see both in the same frame. This is going to be so hard. You can't imagine. Yeah, I have this much grace. I need more. There you go. So we get the wide AM is over here, and it's the A is equidistant, right, between the T's. Over here on the close AM, it's a lot closer over here on the right than it is over there on the left. Let me move my arrow and you can take a look. Okay, those are the three identifying points to correctly identify a close and a wide AM. The fourth one would be the date. Okay, so there's the 1998 WHAM. Yeah, people love these. Now you can find those in pocket change, but you might have to go through 200,000 pennies to find one of these. That's why they're worth, a few dollars. And I always said, and I continue to say, that if the folder companies, right, the companies that put together those things, right, Whitman and Dansko, if they were to put the wide AM for those three dates in those holders, the price, the value on those coins would go through the roof. There's Hector. Good to see you, baby. Okay, let's get these out. Use bigger bags. I got clumsy fingers. There we go. And we got, what'd she send here? Okay, we got a 2019 War in the Pacific. So it's a well, let's just open up and look at it. War in the Pacific. So this is the Guam or Saipan or Tinian or Rhoda or one of them. I'm going to have to look. Guam. Okay, you get the War in the Pacific Memorial Quarter. And she has sent along the P. Where are you? Face. No, that's God, that's not what we want. Scope. There it is. She has sent along the W. There it is. We got a West Point quarter. And we've got, oh my God, it's an S. That is not a proof. No, we have an S uncirculated. There you go. They've been making S strikes in business strikes on the quarter since 2012. And the mintage on these is low. I mean, we're talking probably, I don't have the figures for this date, but it's probably around 600,000 to 700,000. Seriously low. They started out in 2012 and they were pushing, I think it was like 1.3 or 1.4, maybe 1.5 million. And they're paying $20 for those Roosevelt dimes with a W mint mark, right? They're paying, what, 20, 30 bucks? And it's getting down to probably closer to 10. They'll probably pay $5 a piece eventually for the W's, especially when they're, well circulated. And these, they go for $1, $2, $3. There are more of these, probably by a factor of 2, maybe 2.5 or 3. This is the rare one. This is the valuable one because it's getting the hype. It's got a W. This is the rare one of these two. Does that make sense? Getting information out, that's what gives these things value, really. You can pick up those rare ones for a song. Now you can pick up the other ones for a few bucks, and they'll probably go down in value. Them rare ones only have one direction to go. Okay, we got more. Look at this, more. We got dimes. That's not a dime. Okay, that's a hair. We got, what is that? NIFC. You got about 2 million of these produced, and they're about as rare as the W. You can pick these out of pocket chains sometimes. They're not supposed to be there, but they get there. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's a silver. That's a giant silver bar. If I hold it up here, it's a really giant silver bar. Red gram of silver. What's on there? Fish. I can't tell. They got so many of these. Scope. It's a, that's a freaking spaceship, man. Look at it. Got windows. It's buck. Oh, it's an SR-71 Blackbird. Not sure what that stuff is on the nose. It might have flown through an octopus or something. Okay, but that appears to be an SR-71. Oh, well, that is the giveaway. Okay, we got more stuff here. That's why you want to look at the whole design. It'll tell you what's going on. Look at the whole design. If you focus in, I love this part. No, where to go? If you focus in on a tiny little detail, a lot of times you can miss important information on that coin. So look at the whole coin, and things become more apparent. Aha! You'll say, it's an SR-71 Blackbird. You dummy. Yep. True story. Okay, what do we got? We got 2007 NIFC. Yep. Now she goes through. This is Coin and Card Hobbyist, and she goes through a lot of $half, especially on Monday nights. What day is this? Anybody know? Nobody tells me nothing. I think it's like Saturday or something. There's another SR-71, and we got a 1940 Merc. We're still going through her stuff. Who's here? I see Hector and Paula and Shannon and Linda. All right. Look what else she has sent. Look at them. All right. 1920 Canadian dollar. There he is. Mr. Canada himself. Is that, I forget his name. Is that John, Paul, George, or Ringo? It's George. I knew it. I knew it had to be one of those. There it is. All right. These are wonderful things. I'm going to look this up. This is a 1920. Right. This is a large penny from Canada. All right. The first thing you got to realize is instead of, the back being upside down, which is coin alignment, Canadian coins have metal alignment. Right. So if I'm right side up here, where is he? This is so hard. If I'm right side up here and I turn it this way, like a US coin, this side's upside down. I have to turn them left to right. True story. Okay, 1920, right? Here's a scope. There it is. These are wonderful designs. These are a little bigger or smaller. Give me a quarter. Have we got one? I just had a bunch of quarters. Here's one. Here's a quarter. And we'll put it right there. This is, oh, that's that awful 1976S. I got a bunch of uncirculated 40% 1976S's, right? So that's silver, 40%. And this was in the roll. It's a proof. Right, that's 40% all right, but that's not a business strike. That's a proof. Well, good. I fill another hole, but it's, splotchy. I hate those. Okay, there's the Canadian penny, and here's a U.S. quarter, a fairly recent one. And the penny is well, it's awfully close to the same darn size. I can't hold that steady enough to actually find out. The penny wins. The penny's bigger. I can see the entire penny and the entire quarter at the same time. So the penny is bigger than the quarter. Try that one out. All right. Now I got my figures. Let's see. Let's find this. I got to find something here for you. Coin collecting checklist. I swear I look at this stuff 10 times a day. All right. Let's get that over here. That it? Yeah, this is the coin collecting checklist. And if you're a supporter of the Patreon account, and you'll see that pop up from time to time. Here we go. Canadian 25 cents. You'll have access to all this. So we've got, and Ant has done a lot of work on this. He put in all the Canadian coins, for example. This column is mintage. It doesn't actually say mintage, but it should. So let me copy this and put it here. There. Now it says mintage. So 1920. I don't need a quarter. It's the size of a quarter. I need the pennies. Where's the pennies? Canadian cents. There we go. They used to be big. Now they're smaller. So 1920, you're looking at 6.7 million of these in the large size, 15 million in the small size, which is the same darn design on the obverse, just smaller. And they took away the outer leaves. Huh. 6.7 million. Now, if that was say a wheat penny, what would that be the equivalent of? Let me pull that up. Lincoln cents. We need 6 million. Okay, there's 4 million. There's 4 million. 4 million. I bet you 26S would be close. That's 4.5 million. How about a 31D? 4.4 million. 1933D. 6.2 million. All right, that's a little bit better date. Those depression years, 31, 32, 33, 34, those are a little lighter on the mintage. Okay, well the Canadians, where'd it go? It's totally gone. They're in the Canadian cents for this date, this size, the large, 6.7 million. Canada's population has always been, a fraction compared to the U.S. population, just a tiny fraction. And here's the neat thing: they don't have as many collectors. Now, for this date, this is 100 years ago. Yeah, it's 100 years old. You probably, if you lose 1% per year, you don't have a whole lot of surviving specimens at this point. You may have 10% of those that are still around, and that would be a big number, in my opinion, because there aren't that many Canadian collectors. These things did not survive as long. So I'm going to offer up some prices here. I've got Coins in Canada as a site. Here we go. Maybe it'll load. I don't know. Is it going to load? Where's the coffee? Oh my God, I'm out of coffee. Okay, this isn't going to load, but this penny goes for about $1 in this particular shape. All right, that's not going to load. I'm totally disappointed. Huh. Let me find my way back. Move that over here. Oh, look, it loaded. What is the delay? Do you work at the post office here? Okay, prices and values. Okay, we're probably getting attacked by some Chinese virus. Okay, enough. That'll be 20. I'll be the whole rest of the night trying to get that thing to load. We'll go back to the chat and find my way here so I can see. Yep. And let's see. Home. There. That was an adventure. These large cent Canadians, you can get these for really, really fair prices. The teens, $1 or $2, really. And that'll give you a decent one. If you're paying more than $1 or $2 and it's got like a hole in it, you probably pay too much. They're out there. You can get them. Scoop them up. I keep saying it. We got another 1920, a couple more Mercury dimes. There you go. That's got a better reverse right there. That's sharp. You like the leaves? All the little maple leaves? Yup. There's George. Good. We got them all. George, Ringo. Victoria's here. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day to you. Look, I gotta send that to my Valentine there. All right. So that is from all that stuff. We've been an hour just talking about that stuff Amanda sent. Which one do you want to open first, the big package or the little package? We'll put some of that in the big show in a couple of days. Hey, can you give me a minute? I got to dip the raisins and get some coffee. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. You don't really have a choice. You're just going to give me a minute, and I'll be back. Baby, baby, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. I'll give you the best 3 minutes you ever had. Okay. Victoria says, hello. Okay, let's see. Shamrock cord. Look at the coin again. What might look like a clip could be just a small flat spot on the rim from being hit. Yeah, they used to take the coins and throw them off the top of the Empire State Building. Well, I used to anyway. So we got this one from Liston, from Metal Circles. Metal circles, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky. We got stuff. What you got here? A die chip on a 2018. We got a couple of rolls. We don't know what this one is. That's a shield and a memorial. So we're getting a circulated roll from Tennessee. There are people out west, right on the far side of the Mississippi, who would just love to have a circulated roll. That's it, just a roll of pennies from the bank. So I tell you what, the next time we get a winner on the big show, and let's make sure it's only a first-time winner, because people who won before, they'll be okay. Next time we get a first-time winner left of the Mississippi, we'll put that one in. I need a bag. What's this? It's a bag. Okay, there's an uncirculated. Oops. So we'll put that in as an extra bonus. I need a piece of paper. Okay, and somebody has to remind me, hey, get that roll. What's this I'm stepping on? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I knocked over my heater. All right, that's the list of metal circles. Metal circles. Okay, first timer, west of Miss. Okay, good. There. That'll be a nice little perk for somebody. There are incomplete clips. Have you been reading Error Ref and hearing about stuff nobody else has? All right, I'm going to put that in a very special place so I don't lose it. That's right. In the crapper. Oh, what's this in here? Oh my God, it's a Hong Kong nickel. Look at it. Isn't that cute? That's an early Hong Kong nickel, back when they were the size of fish scales. All right. I don't know why it's in there. I must have stuck it in there so I wouldn't lose it. But, dude, it'll probably just end up on the floor eventually. Okay, we got some flips, some wrappers. Is this something that we ought to put in the big show? Because I got, cases of these. What's it say? That's 25 cents. That's the size. So they'll fit anything 25 cents that's smaller. We got a clip. We don't get too many clips in them. Look at this stuff. Look at it. Would you look at it? This is what he sent. Look at this stuff. It weighs a ton. This is why they hate dropping stuff off of my porch, because it's heavy, and they're sorry. Is that another one? Well, look. Let's open it. Look at that. Look, there's cash in here. I'm rich. Okay, we gotta see what all this stuff is. Here's okay, that's packaging. Double D. Those are double D, all right. I can't show you this one, I'm sorry. This is why you must be 18 to participate in this show. Dum-dum. Na 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 bum bum bum. Cue the sax. What's this? Here's an Indian just sitting in the bottom. I don't have the grace to get these out. Oh yeah, baby. Ready? I'd think somebody would have channel stickers like a dollar bill or $100 bill, right? Ooh, watch this. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay. Wait for it. Let's see, can we do this? Is it the same effect? Look, I'm Ben Franklin. No? I probably have to make my head bigger. Just trying to be funny. I'm trying to add some lightheartedness. Are these, yeah, they're fake. They gotta be. Okay, what do we got? We got $100. Yeah, they're not usually blue, are they? These are photocopied. No, I thought it might have been mimeographed. Hundreds of dollars. I might have to keep these as props for a while. Oh, says copy. See? I think that means copy. In copy we trust. Well, there's $1,000, huh? Federal Reserve note. Gosh darn those Chinamen. I was going to look for funny serial numbers, but then I noticed the serial numbers are kind of funny. They all have the same, these are photocopies. All the same. Okay. Not genuine. Damn it, Liston. You're going to have to send real hundreds. No thingy. You know where you hold it to the light? Doesn't have the thingy. But boy, there's a bunch of money here. When's April Fools? Sometime in April. We're gonna make sure we get one of those out for the April Fools. $100. Now, how much would you pay? Get these packaging stuff out of there. All right, what is all this stuff he has sent? Don't be a sucker. What you got here? 1964, 1936. Bullshit fooling coins. Fooling coins. We got folding money and fooling coins. Let's take these out and see what the hell we got. How do we know? Those are Chinese training notes. Yep. First you learn how to fake the money, and then you can make it. Weight sounds kind of dull on the sound on that for a 1936. That's kind of a dull sound. Now, silver rings. This one is 1964. That's kind of a thud. Let's look at these and see what makes them fake. Okay, let's see. Boy, those letters are just bullshit. George looks okay, kinda. Yeah. Liberty looks normal. In God we trust. That's a little pasty. They're kind of sloppy. Well, it's the 30s. That's sloppy, but those are no good. That 1936, that is a bullshit. Yeah, that's going to be the giveaway on this one. What's the back? Which one was the 36? That's the 36. Let's look at the back on that one. Oh, wow. A really mushy design. There's too much relief on that eagle and not enough on EPU. Really mushy on these outside letters down here. Really weak over here. Huh. No. So how do you tell? You go through the numbers, right? Weights, measures, design, composition. Okay, well, the other one is the 1964. What's the giveaway on this? That one is not particularly right. Again, we got a little bit sloppy on In God We Trust. It looks like a slope on the IN. Those are just frigged. We got some design issues on this. Let's look at the back. I got some relief issues here. The height is not right. Those letters, the eagle, that's too thick, too high up. There you go. We get some design issues over here where the letters meet the wing. And then we start getting really pasty looking designs. No, this is no good. No good. That is pretty bad. That's really just shabby workmanship. And composition. It's got a dull thud to it. Okay, those make a good show all by themselves, because I got a penny over here somewhere that's this junk. Looks great, but it's junk. No, it's fooling coins, he calls them. They're for fooling. I did the math on what it would take to set up a die, set up a shop in China and produce American coinage and send it back. And I decided I'd probably focus on quarters, right? I mean, I can make quarters and they're easy to spend. You drop $10 in a roll of quarters at the gas station. They ain't going to question that. It's the easiest thing to distribute. Really, what are you going to do? $5 gold coins? You're not going to do that nowadays, but you can hump those quarters out, and they'd probably cost you 5 cents a piece, 8 cents a piece to produce. You get pretty good quality. And if you set up enough people in the U.S. to distribute them, figure split the money, they get half. So they can buy the coins from me for, let's see, if it cost me 8 cents, we're making, what are we making? 17. They get them for 8, and for 16 cents they can buy the things from me. And of course we got to work out the shipping. Okay, okay, they can buy it from me for like 18 cents, and just send them over by the Connex. I mean, just hump these things out. And I figured we could probably make about $7 to $12 million before the Secret Service catches up with us. And by then, we're in Belize. It's not a problem. Okay, so we got some holders. And dude, you're living like a king in Belize. I got a buddy, he went to, the hell did he go? Peru, right? He's working up at the airport here doing sheet metal work, and he met his girlfriend there, and they got married. So, she's no longer his girlfriend. And I guess then he got fat. But anyway, they saved their pennies, and they moved back to Peru, because he was from Nicaragua and she was from Peru. And dude, I'm talking to him because he come up to visit his mother. She lived in apartment number 1 after he moved out, and she was really nice. She'd always bring over this big soup, and she looked out for me. She did sewing so she could fix stuff. And I looked out for her, and she looked out for me. And the soup was wonderful. It was big soup. Like there'd be corn in it, but it was, corn on the cob, chunks. And there was potato in it, and it was like, 2 or 3 big whole potatoes. And there was like meat in it, and there's like a bone sticking out. Big soup is what I called it. Look what we got. I got a seated quarter. Yeah. Okay, it's got some issues on this one. So they went back to Peru, and he comes back to visit his mother. And he's, yeah, I live like a king, he says. I got a housekeeper. I pay her $10 a month. She keeps the whole house spotless. Where's the scope? He says, I got this guy, he takes care of all the grounds, right? He takes care of mowing and trimming the bushes and, cuts down trees. Because he's got like 80 acres or some darn thing on the side of a hill. And they got a lake and stuff. Oh, that's a darn shame right there, ain't it? Huh. All right, what say you? Let's look at the back. Oh, wow. This is interesting. This wants to be looked at by other people than me. So anyway, to my story. So he says, yeah, I get this guy takes care of the whole outside. I give him $10 a month, right? He's got, I'm going to move this picture here. There. So he's got a cook. He's got a housekeeper. He's got a groundsman. And he's got a guy that runs the garden. Not the groundsman. He just, gets rid of like trees and stuff and keeps the road level, puts in stairs and fixes stuff. And he's got a gardener. And he gives everybody $10 a month. I think he's got one guy that drives. I don't know. He probably has a helper. But the gardener, I guess, he brings his wife in and the kids, and they rent like a shed or some damn thing. And they grow enough vegetables for everybody to eat. And they're eating good, is what I'm hearing. This wants to be looked at. All right, so he's living like a king. He doesn't have to lift a finger. He pays $50 a month for a staff. Okay, there. We're missing detail here. Good food, plenty of it, right? Apparently they have stable electricity. That's kind of good, right? They're out away from town. They got it made. I guess the property was like $100,000 for the 80 acres with the several buildings and such. I'm going to look at this. There's one. But, $50 a month for a staff. Wow. Okay. Here's what we got. This is in 1857, no arrows, no rays, seated Liberty Quarter, as we can see here. It's in about good condition. The rim is flowing in. It does have a spot of damage on the back, a good-sized groove, and I can't find my stick. Okay, get another one out. I stepped on one earlier. It went in the heel, through to the ankle. Okay, there's a bit of a groove right there. But honestly, for the condition of the coin, I'm probably going to accept that. But here's the thing. Listen, do you want this back? Just let me know. Because you have a considerable lamination error here. Yeah, this is lamb. There's no damage showing on the back. Anything that would create this should obliterate the design here. I mean, it's dead center on the coin. The coin is flat. It's tight. It's even. It's just heavy wear. But watch this. If I draw a line from this, let me follow the side of that. Let me get, come on, follow the side. There. Look, it lines up with this one. I mean, it's tight. So these are lamination peels. Okay, and we've got some cracking of the metal, some flaking up of the metal around the edges too, which also supports the idea that this is a lamination peel. And that's about the biggest lamb I've ever seen on a seated quarter. Huh. And that's a peach. Wow. This is talking material. Yeah, we'll show that one off. Alrighty. So anyway, they got the gardener and his family. He doesn't charge them rent. He says you can just live, in the shed. And the shed is like 4 bedrooms. They got somebody to cook all their food. He's got a guy to, take care of the whole outside. He's got a girl to take care of the whole of the inside. I don't know what they do with their time now. What? Just watch TV? Hope he watches my show and gives a like. What you got here? It's made in China. 100% pure gold. There, this one's worth hundreds of dollars. 100% pure gold. Nah. Okay. All right, we got some more oldies here. We got a seated quarter, 1928. Not too bad, really. Looks like good solid rim. That's in pretty decent shape. That's a few bucks. Okay, 2005 BU. I'm looking at this. Yep, that's a business strike. 2005 D. See, I'm looking at the reflection and the color and the way it reflects the light. It's not a satin. There are some satins that year. And we got a buffalo in the back. The normal buffalo. Nothing wrong with that. Must have got a BU roll or something. Okay. We'll get a 55D uncirculated. Real good shape. 2002 S proof. We get some good sharp cameo on there. 2000 S proof penny. Looks like it has some smudges. And those appear to be on the coin rather than the holder. Oh, we got a shiner. 1958. That's as bright red as they get. What's this one? 42. I always look at my 42s. I'm nuts with the 42s. I found a 42 D RPM in a set, and dude, it was a beautiful coin. It may still be around here somewhere. That's the problem. I find things in sets and then I lose them promptly right here. Let's get these up. I wonder where those stuff are. Okay, we got a 63D. Geez, we're going to have a bunch of nickels here. We'll have Nickel Festival. A 19 something 4, 54, 45. Oh, bunch of good wheats. 1980 tone. 60. That is a wonderful coin. That's as sharp as they come. 59D shiner. 57D nickel. 39. Let's see if we can see the stairs. No, we can't see the steps on that. I got a buffalo, 1936. Just a shining penny from 76. These are actually kind of hard to find nowadays, unless you're getting BU rolls. Right, those late 70s, you're not finding those in red condition pocket change so easily. What you got here? 62D. Yeah. 58D with some rainbow going on. All right. I don't know what this is. That's a 1919S is what that is. Where'd you go? Yup, that's a 1919S. Those should be about fine condition. Okay, got some issues. That's okay. Man, if you got no 1919S, this is better than that. It takes a while to put these things all together. Okay, what you got here? Nickel error bundle. Error. Error or variety? I know you've been watching the show, so those must be errors. Look at, we got these. A 64, where'd it go? Stop. We got a 64D. You can't see this. There, I'm in this box. 64D, 93, 86, 88. I look at my 88s. Always look at the 88s. Let me clue you in on this. 1988 was the year they went from the previous design, the RDV number 5, they went to RDV 6. Right? Now the RDV 6 was used, but then they took it out and used it only on the proofs. But in 98, 99, and 2000, the RDV 6 was used accidentally, and it's a business strike. That's the wide AM, right? So you'll find 1988 and 1989. Are you writing this down in your notes? You will find some of these that show RDV 6, which is the wide AM, and they're good money. However, RDV5 and RDV6 both have a space between the A and the M, right? They both have equal gaps between the A's and the T's, right? They both do not have the same style of designer initials. Okay, so there's your key difference. You will find on 1988, 1988D, some wide AM, right, that have a little horizontal bar on the G and a little hook, a little hang down tail on that G. No fooling. And the distance will be a little bit, about the same. So it comes down to the shape of the G. And if you can find it, it's probably good for 20 to 50 bucks. No fooling. I'm not making this up. So really, it's the RDV6. That's the wide AM. So this should be, in the same family, and it kind of is, as the 98, 99, and 2000 Wham. But you can't call it a Wham because the previous design, which this one is, also shows a Wham. This is why we have to watch out for vernacular terms, okay? So they could be misleading and just add to the chaos. Because now everybody and his brother's going to go, says, I found a whole bucket of 1988 wide AMs. Yeah, that's great, buddy. Did you do the extra little bit of homework to know that the FG is a little bit different? Because that's what makes it different. 86. We got another 86. I don't know what this is, and I'm not going to open it. Ooh, I see silver. Silver! Add the. Ooh, look, we're going to do this. How do I do this? There. Yep, there. We got a silver. Okay, I'm going to add something here. Where is it? Right there. Text. Okay. Okay. Silver. Look at that. Look at that. I can't even spell. Why are you so sorry? There. Okay, now I'm going to find a place to put it. Ta-da-da! I'm going to put it right down here. Ooh, I'll do it in, how about in a special color? There. I move this down. All right, change that again. Where'd it go? Silver? Yeah. What color you like? What the heck is this? Wow. That's weird. Oh, there it is. How about that one? How about fuchsia? Yaha. There! Now I'm just like those silver $50 roll hunting channels. I found one. There it is. There, we found silver. There's some silver in there. I wonder if those are all Silver War nickels. I bet you they are. You ever watch those $50 roll? You throw like $100 at the show, and they find a 40%er, and they send it to you. Right? Yeah, this is a nice package. Damn it! I'm going to keep the ones that land on the floor because I ain't going to hunt for them. Look, I'm going to get my grubby hands on them. We've got P's and V's and S's and V's and V's. These appear to have been cleaned and polished. No matter. This one's in pretty darn good shape. That 45P is pretty decent. See that? Look at this. You see this? Let me set these down. Let me zoom out. Look, did you see we got silver? I'm such an ass. Okay, scope. There. Oh, we lost our silver count. It's okay. It'll be back. Don't worry about a thing. And we might even find more silver. Yeah, I was watching this one show, right? It says if you send in $25, we'll give you 5 rolls and a 40% $50. They didn't find nothing on the rolls, but he got a 40%er, and he said, look, if you send in another 25, we'll give you a 90% coin. So, all right. So he sends in another 25 bucks. The guy gives him a mercury dime. Did better off with the value on the half a dollar. Are you fooling me? No, this is a true story. Okay. Here's a scope. Okay, it's a 1945. And you're going to see these two, right? It's an alloy. It's 30% silver. It's got a bunch of something else in there, some copper and manganese. It's an alloy. And on these war nickels, it's got a lot to do with the manganese. The mint doesn't usually work with them. You get a lot of these grainy woodies. These are woodies. You'll have lamination peels just like this. You'll have these stunning colored stripes going across the coin. They're just as woodies as the pennies we talk about, show off all the time. These are lambs, and this is woody grain. Yeah, no fooling. There it is. It's more dramatic on the pennies, I think, because the copper picks up such a dark tone. Yeah, that's a woody. That's the exact same thing as your woody pennies. Ta-da! Woody. Let's see if we get the light just right. We'll be able to see that. Yeah. So I'm going to drop this in the floor. I wonder what else that... Ooh, I can see one. I can see it from here. Wait a minute. I'm going down. Oh, that hurts. Oh. It's a V-nickel. It's a freaking 1913 V-nickel, baby. All right. I'll put it right there. Okay, we got through those. Got through this. Nickel error bundle. The best part of doing this is I get all the free rubber bands I can stand. I get this guy downtown. I say, come here. You want to buy some rubber bands? He says, yeah, man. It's all right. It's a quarter error bundle. Huh. Okay, there's the full error bundle. That's more like a half error. Oh, it's quarters the coin. Okay, never mind. What's this one? A fooling money. That is awfully lightweight. You can't say that on TV. That's a bad word. 1932. Bullshit. We got a clipped planchet from 1941. How long have I been going? I'm on package number 2. Where'd it go? Scroll right there. 1941. We're looking at a clip. All right. What are the clip diagnostics? What do we want to see when we're looking at a clip? Okay, I want to see a curve, a round, sometimes a jagged clip, but I like to see the edge of that is going to be mostly smooth, right? You know, you circulate it for a while, it can get some dings, but it should be mostly pretty smooth. If it's kind of all of it's lifted up, question that. Here's a big. Where did my? Oh damn it! I lost my darn arrow. Pointer image. Oh, it's right here. Hold on, it's almost there. It's almost off the edge of the screen. So I can actually take these things and move them so far that I cannot get them back. They get lost. They go off the frame and they're lost forever. Okay. Here, look at this. You see the way this, let me get this white there. The rim comes to a taper, right? But it thins from the inside going out. It still gets a little bit raised up, but it's going to be tapering, but heavy on the outside. Let's see with this one too. And this is a key indicator because it's still going through the upsetting mill, and the upsetting head is still impacting the outside of the coin. So it's pushing it up, but it's not enough metal to continue the design any further in. So these edges end up tapering. Where'd it go? But they're going to be thinner. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to be thinner starting at the inside edge of that rim. So that looks legit. Okay. And it may have a little bit of rim here, but you're not going to have a whole lot. So far, it's looking pretty good. Now, I also like to look at the edge on, right? Straight in from the edge. And the last tell would be the opposite side of the coin should have a little bit of weakness. Now, this is going to depend a lot of times on how big this clip is, right? This is a pretty small one. But you have this effect called the Blakesley effect because this guy named Blakesley named it. And opposite that clip, you're going to have a little bit of a weakness on the rim. It won't be raised up as much. But this is a kind of a small one, so it's going to be, okay, it should be right about here. All right, I'm really not seeing much of it here. Well, no matter. It's a penny. It's got a clip. Somebody's going to like it. All right. Time for me to take a break. Take it out of the flip. Too much glare. I'm not taking it out. I got to replace a flip. It cost me like 8 cents. I found that clip in my grandma's couch. Slick. You don't want to know, I found like a toenail on my grandmother's couch. That was like nasty. Okay, here's a proof, 1970S. All right, check it for large date, small date. Large date, 1970S proof. Looks pretty good otherwise. Where do you go? Home. We got a Susan B. Ugly, and she's ugly, man. She has no Valentine, although there was a Mr. Susan B. Well, it was a Mr. Anthony. But I understand he joined the circus. He went out for ice cream one day. He says, baby, I'm going to go to the store and get some ice cream. Of course, they didn't make ice cream back then. But she said, okay. Yeah. She put poison in his tea, and he knew it, and he drank it. Well, wouldn't you? Okay, we got a clash on the collar. Let's have a look at that. Where are you here? So we got a Roosevelt dime. He says clash on the collar. We're going to zoom in a little. That is a collar clash, all right. Okay, the collar goes up and down. They got the equipment moving back and forth. Every now and then the collar kind of hits the die or the die hits the collar, one or the other. They don't always get along. Well, anyway, on the collar of dimes, quarters, halves, and dollars, that's where the reading is added, okay? So the collar has this reeded inside edge. So if the collar clashes with the die, it's going to leave not a complete ring, because remember the collar is going to be bigger than the coin, so it's bigger than the die. But you would have like a half moon kind of thing. Here you can see it narrows down to nothing. And there's the bits here with the, look at that, reeds. And then over here, of course, it goes down to nothing. So you got all the diagnostics that suggest that this is, in fact, a collar clash. Well, there, that's a good learning tool. I like to hold on to that as a learning tool for a long, long time. So I'm gonna. That goes in the class box, which is what that is. Okay, he's got one with feeder finger marks. What is that? That's a sharp, shiny. Ooh, look at that. Look how shiny that is. Tiny die crack. Well, the Roosevelts are replete with the darn things. You get a lot of die chips in around their face. And let's see, a feeder finger mark. So I'm looking for a flat, well, okay, flat surface, but slightly raised up groove looking thing going across diagonal from about 11 o'clock. Okay, there's about 11 o'clock. Wow, that didn't fit my description at all. Here's something. What you got here? Okay, we got some die abrasion going on right there. And it's flat surfaced. Okay, I'll go with that assessment. These are polishing lines over here. So apparently it's probably been going on for a while and they tried dressing up the die to remove those. But, well, I guess Irma was off that day. Happy Valentine's Day, Mrs. Hoagie. Yep, we heard you got ice cream and flowers and a diamond. Congratulations. Hoagie told us all about that stuff. He said, I got my girl a diamond and some flowers and some ice cream. I said, dude, way to go. Yep. Anyway, we're trying to find out if you got a sister. Because we talked about he's worth it. And we had a great LCS that let me know when good things come in. Dude, I'm going to move out of this little rinky-dink town. What you got here? A crash. Yeah, I got a crash mark on this one. That's where it crashed. Oh, clash. Sorry. It's where it crashed into something. Okay. Yeah, Mrs. Hoagie got Mr. Hoagie, a 1941 double die. No. Well, kind of. An overdate, a 1942 over 41. So if you got a sister, give her my number. Crash. Where's the crash mark? There it is. That's Roosevelt's neckline right there. That's what we're looking at. Yep. You can find all kinds of stuff on dimes. They're terrifically overlooked. Now I'm going to look at the die chip on that cent. What do you suppose that's going to be? Nope, not on his nose. There, right in the bottom of the date. Surely. 2018, big fat die chip in the bottom of the date. Yep. Now we got another one on 2003. Right in the middle of the date. You know, I've been saying it. You can find these die chips, right? At what point do they become a little more valuable? At what point do they become more collectible, more worthy? Should they be documented? And I think, you know, if they got a die chip over here in the BIE, right in some of these letters, because these are documented, traded. Everybody knows what a BIE is, and it's a die chip is all it is. Well, if I've got one in a prominent location, be it in the date or the mint mark or, you know, on the top of his nose so he looks like a rhinoceros, or perhaps in some of the letters, I think that should be recordable. It should be worth documenting. Okay, this one says reverse lamination. No, just a commemorative half. You got her. You didn't get her like flower. Who'd you get the flowers? And I think I blew it for you, didn't I? Oh man, I'm sorry. Where is it? Oh, it's up here. This is consistent with a lamination. Yeah. Kind of a little bit wavy, so it comes out in bites. But it's still parallel. The direction is parallel on that. It looks like some of these bits came off recently. And a little more over here. See how it looks like a dried up cuticle on your finger? You know, it's middle of winter, you get that bit on your finger and it stings. And it would heal if we just leave it alone. Yep. Okay, what do we got here? Home. Look, I'm going to smoke one. I've been going for 2 hours. It's time for me to smoke one. Is ML. I wonder what that means. She has a brother. Oh, man. I can't compete with that. All right, what do we got here? We got A blank. Aha. We got a blank. Those are always fun. Vice job. Okay. I've been meaning to call my old work and say, you guys got a vice, on the shop out back, cause I need to make a video. Not an error. Not an error. Yeah, huh? We'll talk about that one. Here's a ooh, 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 ooh. We got a stiff collar error. What is a stiff collar? Okay, um, you got a plate that is the collar. There's a hole in it, so the feeder finger comes in, brings it a planchet, sets it in place, waves goodbye, gets out of the way. They make the penny, right? But when they do, the collar kind of moves up so that the coin will expand to be limited by the collar. Well, what if the collar gets stuck? Huh. What if it doesn't make it all the way up? What if maybe it hits the die and doesn't go all the way up? You have a stiff collar error. Now, this is going to look on the edge a lot like the wheel on a train, on a train, right? Where it's got a, give me a pen. There. Dun-dun-dun. So there's your penny. Look up. There's your penny, right? So there's, Abe is over here. And you have this kind of thing. It's a railroad edge. This looks like a railroad wheel. Okay, so you get a railroad edge. Or you can get other things that'll happen. Sometimes it'll actually push the metal upward here, for example. So you'll have a coin that would look like, ooh, oh, this is a joy to show off. Like this. Aha. I gotta zoom. How do we make this work right? There we go. Here, the collar was stiff. I've got a bit of a depression here. Yeah. This is the side that impacted the collar, it would appear. Let me think this one up. So on the other side, I should have some raised up metal. Oh, look, I've got raised up metal on this side. But there is some distortion of the design, right? It's a stuck collar, so you can have, in effect, an out of collar strike. If the, these planchet bang struck kind of sneaks out under that collar. See the distance between the edge of the letter and the outside of the coin? Yeah, they're distended, they're frigged up. Oh, that's a wonderful thing right there. I'm going to put that in the class box for a while till I get time to really spend with that, because I want to look at that edge. I'm not going to be able to see it here, I don't think. Yeah, I've got some misshapen edging, and there, I've got a bit of a hump. There, give me the pick. There we go. We get a bit of a, this is raised more than this. This is consistent. See the railroad edge? Oh, that's a peach. There ain't nothing wrong with this. So it's an out of collar error, a stiff collar. Ta-da! Frank, you here? You're going to love this one. This man is so great. Look what he sent me, this guy. Metal circles. Oh, that's a peach. Okay, class. Oh, I'm going to hold on to that. He's got a few other things here. What's this one? A spike head. 1983P. Number 9. You get a die crack that goes from the rim to Abe Lincoln's head. They call it a spike head. And Cuts on Coins will actually list them for you. Ta-da! There it is. And they have different sizes, locations. A lot of times because, well, you have weak die because you got a whole lot of it's been hollowed out by Lincoln's head. So you get a lot down here too, where his bust is well, taking metal, scoops of metal out of the die. So you have a narrower area. Then you jam all that copper in there from the planchet, and try to press it outward. And this is an area that tends to form cracks. Okay, good. What? You mean die cracks can be recorded? Yeah, a lot of times. Wow, some dates have 1,000,000 of them. 1983 is a big year because they switched over to the from the copper to the zinc, and the zinc was a lot tougher, right, on the dies, and they took a pounding, and they just cracked up. So you get cracks all over the 83s. And this is a 1959 RPM, and I'm not going to take the time right now to look up which one in particular, but I got a little extra meat down at the bottom of that mint mark. Yaha. Maybe I'll send that one into the coin Q&A. Which one is this? A 99 with a clash. Okay, where's the clash? Right there. See how it looks like a battery? Give me the stick. Okay, we get these rectangular shapes right here. It's a 1999. See the little battery? I drew it upside down the other day. But these are the bays. Where's my pick? And that little notch, that's the little planter that you see right there. That's why it looks like a battery. But also up here, you got, the corners are missing. So that's a clash. So the dies are coming together, and they're going real fast. And the guy was asleep at the wheel back here and forgot to keep dropping the pennies in, the blanks, to be punched. So these things, they jam together with nothing in between, and they left an imprint. The front, the obverse die left an imprint on the back. See, this is the back of Lincoln's head. That's his neck right there. Sometimes you'll see, most of his beard right up in here. You'll see kind of these grooves at an angle that'll be his vest. They'll be over here. Sometimes you can actually see a letter or two from Liberty in Bay 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and a lot of times you'll get a semicircle down here. But the really good ones that people get excited about are these, because they say, aha, it's a jailbird. See, looks like he's in jail. It's the columns and bays. So the low spots are the columns, and the bays, that's these others. Yeah, this is a good one. That's a 1999. Yep, now let's look for the memorial. You'll see that clashing. This would be the bottom of the memorial here. Over here, there's another straight line. And sometimes you might get the top. I'm not seeing that. Okay. And you might get a top. No, not there. That's fairly strong for a clash. Yeah. Now you can actually find these, and these trade for a couple of bucks. The stronger the clash, the better the price. And I've seen them going for, $3, $4, $5. And you can find them. And the better condition, of course, makes all the difference. That's a good one. Here's a 1999 P with feeder fingers. Let's see if we can find those. Not in a normal mark. What's this? That one's a little hard to pick out. The glare is right in line with what I'm trying to see. But some grooves you'll get. That's a pretty strong one. Left by the feeder finger. See, they usually start up here about 11 o'clock and go south-southeast. So those are consistent with it. Okay. Good Lord. I'm going to get into these nickel errors. Oh my God, we ain't open half this package yet. Remember this? Remember that heavy thing? What is that? Coffee time. I'm on break. No questions, please. That could be confirmed with it being in a bezel. What a bezel tends to do is flatten the rim and do it consistently all the way around. Okay? A bezel does not necessarily give it that railroad edge, which I talked about earlier. Right? A bezel acts on compression, where you're you're taking, let me draw it over here. You have the coin, it usually has a rim, okay, and you're working on some sort of compression. A lot of times be something like this, right? And well, the whole bezel goes around the coin, and there's a point at which it comes together, and sometimes, you know, they got a little screw up here, and they put a bead on there and tighten it up so that this is driven in. Now, these edges on the outside, they may be square, they may be rounded, they may be angled, okay, different shapes, and they're usually real tight. I mean, they'll a lot of times they'll flatten that thing right out. Then you get the lucky charms, right? It's like a horseshoe. Let's see, how do you draw a horseshoe? Okay, you get the lucky penny. It's something like this, right? And they jam this coin in here, and again, that tends to leave particular imprints, but it leaves them evenly all around the entire coin. Okay, if you have a collar that's frigged up, the collar, the hole in the collar is larger than the die. So a stuck collar will usually only affect one side of the coin, maybe 30% or 40% of the coin, all on one side. And it has a tendency to be directional, right? The collar's over here, and it's trying to go this way, right? They're trying to get it into place. And so you have displacement of the metal typically in one direction, whereas a bezel is uniform across the whole darn thing. That's, you know, there are diagnostics for these things. There are ways to tell. There are clues. There's evidence to tell you what's going on in that coin. So I've been dropping the term evidence-based numismatics, right? There are possibilities that these things could be, and to determine which ones are really likely, which ones are more probable, which ones become a definite probability, you have to use the evidence. This is like 5 pounds. That can go. Have you got enough rubber bands? Because this, if you put a couple more, this thing's going to explode. Look at this. Okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with duct tape nowadays. Just this might be one rubber band. That's one rubber band. Oh, we got a note. Stand by. So look at the coin. The coin will tell you a lot of times what's going on. Very nice. 1959 BU roll for you to keep. Dude, I got like 8 BU rolls at 59Ds. A Loomis bank roll. A 2009 P quarter roll. DC. Hey. Hey. Have you looked at that one? Manticook is going to want to look at that one. V nickels. Random airtight AU BU coins just to fill space. Do whatever you want with these. Keep or give away. That's why it's so freaking heavy. Got to roll the quarters in there. Oh, those are sharp too. Well, I don't need 40 of the darn thing. I might need one. Look, Duke, DCs. So I'm saying Shay would want to go through these because he's been looking for this one particular double die reverse, which is real strong. It looks like an acid trip, really. Where's the scope? There. But the letters of Ellington, ELL in particular, that's the place to really hunt and get it around those piano. But there's one particular double die where the doubling is pronounced, and it looks like the letters are melting. I'm melting. Melting. Who would have thought such a beautiful girl as you would destroy my wickedness? Oh! Wow, so I get to look at every one of these. These look pretty sharp. Yeah, get every quarter, baby. Get every darn one of them. Sharp, shiny, with as few marks as possible. Most of these stay quarters have gone into circulation and have seen, let me see if that is something right there. That's a little piece of lint. That's a mote of dust. Most of these have gone into circulation, right? I mean, you can still find some BU rolls on occasion. What's going on there? A little discoloration there, plus some humidity. So you can find decent ones, but not these screamers where they're just, you know, very light on the contact marks, no wear whatsoever. And geez, it's a challenge to collect one of every P, every D. Then you got the S's, the W's, the satins, the proofs, the silver proofs. I had a lid on this. I wonder where that went. There it is. You need like 600 quarters to try to get them all. No fooling. That's snappy. What else we got? TN roll. What's a TN roll? I don't know what TN roll means. TN, Tennessee. That's it. So I got a circulated roll from Tennessee. These are 60s on that side. That looks like a 70s on this side. Yeah. Circulated Tennessee roll. And we might be able to do that twice instead of just once. Excuse me, I got to break wind here. Oh, Jesus. I apologize for that. What's this one? More rubber bands. Even the queen farts. You know, Liz. She was up there, no fooling, like 3 years ago, right? She's given her. They have the same sort of thing as a State of the Union address, but they call it the whatever address, the State of the Kingdom. And she's up there and she's saying, furthermore, I instruct my government. And she turned all red. You know, like 3 guys vomited right there. Whoa. Oh, look at this. What's this? It's like a telescope. Whoop. It's pennies. No, nickels. I don't know. What is it? It's pennies, all right. Camouflage pennies. That's that 59D roll, I bet you he was talking about. Okay. Yeah, we'll give that out. Because I got so many I don't know what to do with. Let's see. 2000 showing there. 2000. I can't see it. 2019. Okay. It used to be a brand new roll. Now it's a year old. Now it's old and busted. Magician's roll. That's right. That's a 2019 roll. All right. More rubber bands. Oh, wow. They store a lot of energy. What's this say? More notes. Better date, wheat roll, Indian ends. There was an Indian penny on the bottom of the box just floating around loosely, and now I know why. Aha. It had, apparently we had some issues during shipping. There is no getting this out. What is this from? The circus candy contain? I can't get that out. Okay, we'll put that out all at once because that ain't moving. Okay, we can't look at it. Okay, vice job. We get all those. Those appear to be memorials. Ooh, look at this. I got a cute little box. From Hanush. He went to Hanush. Hanush. That's a 2017 or something. Okay, nickel error. This could be all day on these. I got another package. I haven't smoked a cigarette in like 4 hours. All right, here, look. I don't want to smoke in front of you. So I'll do that. Besides which, I got to use a bathroom again. I've sucked down half a pot of coffee on this show so far. And I've only gone through 1.5 boxes. Wow, he said he was sending a lot. Okay, there. I'm going to take a moment, and I've got to stir the beans is what I have to do. What was that noise? What just beeped? What do I have over here that beeps? Oh. What? No, it's true. She poisoned the whole House of Lords. It's true. Okay, we're back. Let's see what we got here. Are you guys back? Your computer learned to throw its voice. Okay, how do I get the label? He put on the rubber bands and then the label. Oh, you're killing me, man. I can get that out. Ow! Damn it. It's a 1967 with a lamination error. Let's look at that. I wonder where we're going to see it. Oh, right up in front of his head. Ready? Ready? Where is it? Oh, that's my thumb. Here's the quarter. Okay, now the outer core on these, or the outer layer, these are clad coins, right? You've got a pure copper center, and you've got the outer cladding is a blend of copper and nickel. So these are alloy outsides. Now the penny, after 1982, that's a plated coin. So you won't get lamination issues, lamination problems. You won't get woodies on a plated coin. These are alloy mix issues, right? You'll get lambs, you get woodies on, oh, those war nickels in particular. Copper nickel tends to blend pretty well, right? But every now and then you're going to get some weirdness going on. I want to give this a closer look because this bit here is, well, that might be just a coincidental scratch. That's a good high point right there. I think it just took a hit there. So it's consistent with a lamb in the shape. All right. But the shape keeps on going and it's not linear. So what is going on? Because it goes up around his head, then down his ear, then around his neck. This is an odd one. Could it instead be a cracked clad layer? So is that a lamination issue or a cladding issue? Is it an alloy or production problem? That one wants more study. That one begs more study. It's not quite, I think, consistent with a lamination. Huh. Happy coin hunting, everybody. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff here. Listen, says, Ken, the quarter bundle, check that Apostle Islands very closely. I swear I spotted a dropped letter on the obverse above Liberty. I may be mistaken. You showed me a photo of that, and I saw these marks, right? Let's see. In the photo you sent me, you got George Washington. Here's his nose, his long nose, right? And his lips are like this. He's got really happy lips, and big fish lips in his chin. And then that, and then his boobs. Okay. They don't really show his boobs so much, but you showed me here, right about here, two marks kind of shaped like D's. These, if they're D's, shaped just like that, that is more consistent, I think, with the reeded edge of another coin impacting that at an oblique angle. Boink, coming in, like that. If this is the head of my quarter, it's coming in like this. Doink, doink. But the Apostle Islands, which one is that? Armpit? It says armpit right here. That must be it. Armpit, huge, huge die chip under armpit. All right. Apostle Islands. Let's look at it. Where are you? Okay. There. See? There's his chin. I've lost my pointer. There are these two marks. Now you get these in sets of 2 and sets of 3. Sometimes you get 3 and just a little bit more, but the curve of the coin prevents 4 rims, 4 little reeds from impacting. But this was in the image it sent. If that's a D shape, then it is consistent with a rim bumping it. Well, there's your D shape. That is consistent with a rim bump from a reeded coin. Okay, let's look at his armpit. Let's see what else we can see on this. $quarter. A few marks here and there. In God We Trust is complete. This looks good up here. I guess some die wear starting to show on the ends of those letters. They're starting to spread out. Armpit. Where's the guy's armpit? Dude, you know what you need? You need some lavender scented MS Plus. Spray it right on and head out to party, because that stuff will last with you all night long. What you got here is armpit braiding. That's what this is. It's like a Rastafarian thing. They get these cornrows going. And, well, geez, well, look at it. Queen Elizabeth used to do this sort of thing, but she had to stop when she became queen. But she had a couple of pages who would follow her around to help carry her armpit braids. Yeah, that's a big fat die chip. I'll be recording that one. No, I'm not making this up. On the back, in the boat, his armpit. Yep, we found it all right. Yeah, we couldn't miss it. Robert Edwards, I picked up a 1200 power coin microscope. Can't wait to start looking at my old coins, but I have so many more newer coins to look at first. Look, when you go from, oh, what's that? Huh. When you go from your eyes to a loop, every coin you look at, you're looking and saying, dude, that's doubled. Dude, here's another one that's doubled. Hey, here's another one. Dude, every third coin you pick up is a double die. Well, you got to get some time in with that thing. You got to spend some time with that loop. That's doo-doo. And that's on the plastic. But this is not. There's another bit of clad lamination. Okay, so like a dried up cuticle on your finger. All right, and it looks like it also impacts the rim area. This is a planchet flaw. It has nothing to do with the way the coin was struck. Coin was struck perfectly normal. But the error is a planchet flaw. You got to classify your errors. Is a striking error? Did something go wrong, like the stuck collar? Right? Was it a design error, like the wham? Well, is that an error or a variety? The idea is an error are unique, whereas varieties repeat. Okay, so you get some crossover in the definitions. How about a clash? Is that an error? The design was right. Coin was made exactly right. Nothing wrong with the planchet. But something happened during production. They came together without something in between, and it made a lot of them. So, well, that one kind of crosses over too. What's this say? Delaware. D. Lee. Yeah, I can read that, right. Chip in the date. Let's find the date. Yep, there you go. That's a chip in the date, all right. There. Should that be recorded? I think so, yes. You can probably find these. It doesn't mean they have value, but I think it's a significant enough thing that we should record that. It might not be monetarily important, but numismatically, yeah. Let's record those. There's Caesar Rodney. Yep. Another die chip in the THE. This is smaller, and well, it's not vital wording on the coin. But would this be recordable? That die chip? It's a good spot for it. It's actually bigger than some of the die chips in the BIEs, and they're well recorded. All right, good. We'll add that one to the database. And you got a 1994 with a die crack. Where do you find die cracks on quarters? So I drew up the penny. Let's run off. Oh, I folded it. I drew up the penny the other day and did a video explaining where to look to find stuff, and ended up with this sort of thing. I could do it again with the quarters. Here's where you're going to find, yeah, right there. You're going to find at the nape of the neck on most designs, right? You got force coming out, and it's applying in two directions, trying to drive apart that die, and you'll find cracks right there a lot of times, right? Sometimes you'll find them over here. You'll find a lot of them going across the nape of that bus, and this one seems to follow it right to about here before it starts fading out. And you'll get some, okay, right there at the head. Okay, before I turn it over, there you get a spiked head. Goes from the rim into the head because, well, you get a lot of void. So you have a weak spot in the die over here because there's not meat holding it together. On the back, we'll probably find it from the tops of the wings to the rim and going down the sides of the wings. That's a most common spot. Let's see if we can find any here. Nope, nope. That looks perfectly normal. But quarters, you don't get anywhere near as many cracks on these as you do in the pennies. But well, they make so many more pennies. That's the thing. They use so many more dies. You know, you make 500 million quarters. Okay, so you use what, 50 or 100 dies. but you make 5 billion pennies in a given year. So you need 500 to 1,000 dies. Nothing there. What's that? I don't know what I'm looking for. It says buckled. Bucket? Oh, it's a leaky bucket. Buckled. Oh, that's not a leaky bucket. That's a die chip. Okay, you got a little one right there, but that's a die chip below the pump. Yeah, it's a leaky pump. While we're here, let's better check this out. These windows look perfectly normal. Let's wiggle it back and forth. That looks good. Okay, big fat die chip down here. There's a leaky bucket, and I guess it leaked all over the floor, so there it is. And a leaky pump. You have little bits of, little cracks. Here's some snow on the roof. Yeah-huh. And here's a bird turret on the window. Here's more snow on the roof. Yeah, these things are replete with issues. Let's see where else we can find some. I gotta look at that. Yep, there's a die chip up here. There's one. Check the letters. This die is wearing out. So there's 2. There's 3. Then we have the 4, 5. 5 die chips on the back of that one. 6. There's 6 die chips. At what point do these die chips become kind of significant? I've got a Roosevelt dime with like 14 die chips on it. At what point is it a measure of die disintegration? Does it add value? Well, a lot of the stuff is not documented, and I think not being documented is part. What you got here? Not being documented is part of it. Let's see. Screen, home. There's home. Wow, I didn't get to smoke that cigarette. It's all gone. Oh, off center. That's barely in place. But it's got a date. What you got here? There it is. That's it. It's apparently, I'm going to guess a 78, 88, or 98. Huh. That's all we get. That little bit. And off center, so it's an out of planchet error. No, excuse me. It's an out of color error. Right? So a lot of times you're going to have some funny shape to the metal, and this is no exception. I'm going to turn that. I'm going to take it out and turn it up on its edge. And let's see what we mean by funny shape. Where are you? It's here. There. That bitch is bent. Right? What's going on with this? There's no reeded coins. That looks like it's probably something later on in the process. Perhaps counting or rolling, maybe sealing a bag. Okay, one thing to look for. You got a collar that's going to be on one side of the coin, but this coin, the planchet blocked it. So, okay, good. It's out of collar. So we're looking for these indicators, and you'll have this stretched metal. Right, but where the hell is the damn collar? The die does not have a collar. There'll be no collar mark on one side. I'm going to flip that over, right? And the anvil side is usually where the collar is coming from. So I'm looking for a collar mark on that coin. And there it is. And you're going to see it starting here. Da-da-dum, and just coming in just a bit. It fades out really quick, and there it is again over here. It starts right here, And this is that shiny looking part, and it starts fading out. Dum-da-dum. That's the collar. So the die is here, the collar's there, and this whole planchet is hanging out. That's a peach. Can I keep that for a while to use that as a show-off piece? I think the where is it, that bit of, where did it go? I think the toothy mark is from a tool there, or later in the process. It's not part of the die. There are dies here. There's an obverse die and a reverse die. So nothing in between. I can do it better over here. Where are you? Okay. Those little toothy marks are here. But that's where my dies are coming together. So there's nothing else in between those dies except for part of this planchet. So where did these toothy marks come from on the edge here? This is post-mint damage. Let's see. Where'd you go? Let's go. There it is. So this is after the strike because there's nothing in the chamber. Otherwise, it's going to frig up those dies. And that strikes me as being post-mint damage. Yup, that's a peach. I wish to keep that for, for teaching. We'll give it away eventually. That's probably, what do you think, 15, 20 bucks on that one? Yep, okay. Class is getting better. Okay, we got a Clash on 1986. I just found one the other day. It looks like a little eyeball, right? It's the newer design where he's looking at you, and it's got a little eyeball right below the memorial. So like a 1987 D Clash. Where can we expect to see design issues on that? Let's find out. Let's hunt it down. Okay, we can see anything here? Aha, right there. This is the upper part of the memorial is going to be down here. So this is the upper part of the memorial. Inside the hairline, okay, that's like the little structure on the top of the memorial, like his air conditioner, right? That's all I see right there. But inside the hair, that's way down. That's down at the level of the fields in here. So that's a great spot to see clashes. And on the back, there, aha, that's that same bit. That's the area in between his Q, right, the little hanging bow tie, and the back of his head. That's an exact match. And it might have something a little bit right there. And let's see, his chin. That's a good sharp clash on a nickel. Ooh, wow. I'm going to hold on to that one too. What I need to do is write down that it's from Liston. Okay, Liston. Metal circles. L-Y-S-T-N. Is it listen or Liston? Is it one or two? Silent T? I've been meaning to ask that because I've been saying Liston. Hey, you say tomato, I say tomato, right? Okay, you need a piece of paper on this one because it's a plastic flip. Yup, and there, I'll have to invent a gauge so we can more accurately judge how far off center that is. And that's a clash on the collar. Clash on collar. Oh, that was the collar clash. See, you call it a clash on the collar, I call it a collar clash. L-Y-S-T-N. It's listen. Now I feel like a dummy. Okay. That's in there. Look at this. We got 4 left, and then we can move on to the next box. Listen is my name. Listening is my game. My first and last name combined with Tennessee. Oh, take me back to Tennessee. I know a girl from Tennessee. She was kind of bow-legged. What should this be? A misaligned die. Yeah, pretty heavily. See how thick the rim is over here? Big, fat rim. Fatty, 2x4. Can't get through the kitchen door. And over here, no rim. Now let's flip it over, because if it's off center, I would expect the same thing on the back. Thick on one side, thin on the other. Because here the die has struck into the rim that was existing from the upset mill. Now, if it's off center, it should be the same. If it's a misaligned die, then I should have a fairly uniform rim all the way around. I got a fairly uniform rim all the way around. This is a misaligned die. And that's a very strongly misaligned die. The letters are just about falling off the edge. You can't be much more misaligned, or the die is going to be impacting the collar with every single strike. But it's probably rubbing up against it, to tell you the truth. Yeah, this is a good example. This is a very good example. Yep. Oh my, is that a cud? Lystn. Yep. Man, one thing I like is show props. Like these things like CJ made. I just love those. They are so handy. What you got here? It's a cud. Big fat cud right there on a 1983 P. But okay, a chunk of the die broke off. So what's on the opposite side? Well, you have to have opposing forces to produce these planchets, right? Because if the dies come together and there's nothing in between, there's nothing to push the metal into the die. So here I've got a cud. Part of it is broken away. So the other side of this strike, where it should say United States of America, I'm going to expect that the center of that is going to be rather weak. And right in here, this is a little bit weak. The rim is a little weak. The letters are a little bit weak. All right, the bigger the cud, and this is a fairly decent one. We saw one last night on the Q&A that was gorgeous. It was like the whole trunk of Washington. Took out the date, and you couldn't see anything in the back. The bigger the cud, the greater the area that is that's weak. Yeah, we're missing a lot of sharpness and relief on the lower side of the T, E, and S. Great piece. LYS, Tennessee. Clip. There it is. There's a clip. All right, remember we talked about that rim getting thinner from the inside? All right, we want to see not so much jaggedness, but a little bit was acceptable from being circulated. And we want to look at the opposite side and see weakness on the rim, which I see right here. I can take that out. It's got a sticker across it. Oh, that's what that is. That's a sticker. We'll leave the sticker in place. Ta-da! Looks right, and across it we got, not seeing so much weakness on that side. Okay, yeah, all right. All right, let's see if we can find it. Let's see if you can see what I can see. If I get the angle up, maybe that'll show it up better. It should be right above the unum. Right about a little here, should be a little weaker. All right. Okay, we got two more. What's this one? Die where? Die where? It's like W-A-R-E. Wow. What is going on here? I'm taking that out. You get these acrylic holders on the market. You get some coins that are worth more. It might be worth it to invest, you know, the 50 cents to $1 for these acrylic holders. Dude, that's going to give your coin considerable protection. And what he's done with some of these is put a sticker across there because, well, sometimes they pop apart and then your beautiful protected coin goes flying across the floor and joins your meatball. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come back, come back, come back, come back. There. Scope. I got a 1954S. And I'm going to have a pick here. And we've got some orange peel surface, right? We got, geez, pretty darn good condition. We've got a couple of these, but we're starting to lose some detail here. Here's more orange peel up there, right over here in the fields. This is consistent with a die that's got, you know, a good amount of wear on it. And sometimes they just run these things into the ground and just keep on humping out coins. Let's zoom in and get a better look. Sometimes it looks like the letters are spilling out of the sides. And they especially tend to head towards the rim. They kind of stretch out at the rim. All right. Yeah, this is a pretty, you know, well-used die. Lots of wear on it, right? But every now and then you find an extreme case where you say, what the hell is going on here? Oh, dude, this is like the graffiti you see like downtown on the trucks. These are huge. I have never seen die wear, die deterioration to the nth degree, and this is certainly that. Wow. His face is, he's got leprosy of the face. Okay, we got heavy wear going from, start at the center of the coin, everything goes out, right? He's got this Borg nanoprobe thing coming out of his forehead. We got die wear, heavy, going from the device to the field. Same thing in here, real heavy. Under the chin is a great place. Heavy, heavy, heavy peel. But these letters have eroded to such an extent that they become wider. All right, nickels are neat. I'm going to draw this one. Coffee time. That star is a darn circle. Did you see that? Where'd you go? That star? That ain't no star anymore. Now it's just a blob. All right, I'm going to get back to the paper here. Dum-da-dum. So there's your die. The plant that's going to be up here. All right, there's another die up here. And I get a device on there. Say the number 5. Okay. But we slice it down the middle so you only see with the one spot. Okay, what's going to happen? The metal flows in, right? And it's going to change speed. It'll have one speed going straight across, which is where a field would be. But now I've got to change speed because I'm going to increase the distance I'm going, right? Because I got to go in and then I got to come back out. Now the metal only moves, I mean, from here to there, right? Maybe part of the distance of the 5. It gets to the full depth. But what happens is over time it wears, right? On the leading and trailing edges, right? So I start out with a 5, and it's nice and crisp and sharp, right? But I start getting some wear, and well, the high points are still good and high, but it starts to look like a little extra. And sometimes it'll be, let's see, if the metal's flowing out from the center, it can be in that direction. Okay, so I start to see a little extra metal, maybe kind of lower down. It starts looking a little fatter. All right, sometimes you get it on the leading edges, sometimes on the outer edges. Gets a little fatter. You keep on going, and dude, it just keeps on wearing, keeps on wearing, keeps on wearing. So your 5 starts looking like something like say this, where it looks like a 5 beside a 5, right? This is what happens with a poor man's double die. It looks like a 5 beside a 5, but you keep on going, and you just it starts getting rounder and rounder and rounder, right? Until finally you have just a wide, fat, blobbish 5, which is what we see on these letters. That is plumb wore out. Look at the thickness on that. 1954. Here's a 1955 right beside it for comparison. Yaha. Big fat ass on that thing. Look at the tail of the 9, how that went from this little sliver, slender, sexy little 9 to this, good Lord, you get a set a lamp on that ass. The star is no longer a star. A star has died. Wow, a star became a lard ass. That's a beautiful piece. That's a splendid thing. Die deterioration is usually, unremarkable, but when you have extreme examples, that's when they really start to shine. Yeah, huh? I'm gonna save that over here too. I'll probably be saving pretty much all these errors here. That's a peach. Okay, 44 war. 1944. Got some color to it. See the woody grain? War nickel. Looks right. Always check the P on those. Look for a hole in the P. War nickel, sometimes you get them, they're really soft on the detail, kind of mushy looking, not really all that sharp. And sometimes they don't have a freaking mint mark. Well, you want to weigh those up and see if they're kind of oversized, because you might not have a war nickel. You might have a famous copy. Yeah, that goes away. We'll give that to the gang one day. Wow, that was a hell of a peach. How long did that take to look through? That took like darn near 2 hours to get through that. That is a hell of a big show package right there. Plus we got some stuff for class. There. That's a heck of a package. People will be pleased for months to come with what's in there. That's when my wife was born. Lucky days. Okay, that won't fit there, so I'll throw, what's this? Lincoln Head pennies. We got another one. I gotta clean up some packaging material. Ta-da! Look at all the rubber bands I got. I'm so lucky. I'm so glad I collect rubber bands too. If you like, we can talk about my rubber band collection. Did you see the one where the guy, where we go? The guy's putting, wait a minute, that's not it. What happened here? There. The guy puts a rubber band around a watermelon, and another rubber band, and another one, and another one. 20, 30, 40, dozens of rubber bands, all in the same spot on this watermelon. Until finally, the cumulative strength of all these rubber bands, he puts one more on, boom, blows that watermelon all over himself. Yep. It's like Gallagher with a Bassromatic 2000. Okay, then we got this one next. What's in here, Paula? 12 hours? It's going to take me 12 hours to go through this? Frig it, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. Dodger's here. Good to see you, baby. Yeah. Hard Hat. Code name Hard Hat. Hard Hat. Jefferson looks like Stacy Keach. They do look a lot alike. It's the mustache. You see that more on the dye worn. That was definitely worth the education. I've got to go to work, Ken. It's been a pleasure watching you examine coins live. Found. Thank you. Catch you later. You too, baby. We'll be right here. He self-Gallaghered. That's what it was. They call it auto-Gallagher. That's what that is. There. Okay, let's open this. See what the hell we got. Da-da-dum. It's not going to be another one of those bling shirts, is it? Stuff you can't eat? I hate stuff you can't eat. I like to eat it. Can I lick it at least? Do-do-do-do-do. Did I tell you the story about getting this thing to the house? Good Lord. I mean, that just frigged up my damn day. Right there. All right. Okay. Archie. I got a card. Ooh, I got. Cindelicious, are you here? You're number 2 now. But just barely. You gotta smell Cindelicious's packages. They smell wonderful. Oh, Jesus. All right. It's a head bopper. Yeah. Do, 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 do. My mother has passed away. Did I tell you that? Like 4 years ago. I don't know how long. What year is this? 4 years ago. My mother, just about next week. She's been gone for 4 years, and I'm so glad because I wouldn't want her to see me wearing this. What are you doing? I'm putting on my Valentine's head bopper. I smoke bluegrass cigars. Well, God love you. What you got here? Oh, look! Little hearts. Where'd that one go? There. These aren't man hearts like this one. There we go. These are the regular 5-pack value hearts. Tropical fruit from... How do you pronounce that? From Brax. Tum-da-dum. To and from. Tropical conversation. Ooh, what do they say? Let's see what this one says. Oh, that's what the tool. We used to give these away back in, like, 2nd grade. You put everybody's name on them. Everybody in the whole darn. You're giving Valentine's to Scott. I'm giving Valentine's to Scott Tozier. That was weird. You give a Valentine to James Thompson? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who's that tall guy? Skinny. Wayne. Wayne, what the hell was Wayne's name? Wayne, I don't know. That was Wayne. He's big. Oops, geez, they don't want to come out. Bend the box. There they are. Okay, it says, be mine. It says, goat. I'm not sure I understand this one. Oh, goat. Oh, I see. It's the Middle Eastern package. It said goat. You saw it. We got peace. Oh, that's mango. We got on me. DM me. Maybe it's upside down. Me. Oh, I don't know what that is. What you got here? B. Brie. Okay, that's off center or something. What's this one? Mm-hmm. You got one job. Okay, looks like it's focusing. Love. We got Bimini. That's one of those islands. Oh, these are those new words those young people are typing up, right? What was that one? That's not offset. That's BAE. Best BAE. It means something to these young people. Oh, greatest of all time. It doesn't say it anymore. Okay, we got. How would I know what goat means? Real love. Lol. That was oddly, it was a character in Star Trek. Lol. That's even before they had the all this nonsense with the text letters. This one says, I don't know what the hell this says. TDIES. TD in eastern Spain. Tie down. I have no idea what this stuff means. I've outgrown the new generation. Rockstar. What's that got to do with love? Biff? That's that guy from Back to the Future. Biff. Okay. Be mine. Oh, this is gone. Well, come on. Come on. Hide the fives. Kill me. Please kill me. Oh, there. They got these little hearts for older married couples. Please kill me. What's this one say? Oop. Rice. Nice. There, the ultimate coin grade. Nice. These are delicious. May like a tree. Make like a tree and leave. Make like a tree and get out of here. Okay, Biff. Totes. Totally. Why do they write these in English? Well, look, at least they're keeping up with the new generation, you know, the pre-breeding crowd. I'm going to come up with, I'm going to do a whole batch of grumpy old bastard Valentines. Right. So we got things like, you know, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Because my generation understands that shit. But leave me alone. I have a headache. Don't bother me. I'm sleeping. Damn it. I'm going to my mother's. Okay. Pick me up a sandwich when you come back. Yep. Be like 3-minute man. Oh, look, we got kisses. Oh, look, that's a big fat kiss. Solid milk chocolate, 7 ounces of solid milk chocolate. This is heartburn all day. I'm gonna finish this and get into that. Oh, look at that. It's like this. It's like a pound. No, I'm not putting this in the big show. I'm gonna devour this myself. Do 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 do. Okay, can we open it? Look, it's got a 3D top. What happens if I do this? This is for display purposes. Don't do this at home. How does that work? There, and you rotate it, and you point like a laser beam at it. Is that what you do? It's like a disco ball on a Hershey's Kiss. Yup. Let me pull that out. Do 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 do. Look. Yaha. There. Look, it's the fembots. Pew 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 pew. You ever see that movie? It's got a British guy in it. Okay, let's get this put away. All right, let's put that there. Put this in here. Da-da-dum. It's like a giant chocolate nipple. I'm not making this stuff up. Oh, we have clothing, in keeping in the tradition of never buying clothing. We have PAC, which means, help me here, guys. Help me here. PAC, Pacific Athletic College. Well, whatever the hell it is. It's got a duck on it. What's it say? Oregon Ducks. It's got. I think it's football. And they either made it or won. Champions, it says. So that says some Ducks in Oregon whooped some football ass. Well, good. Congratulations to you. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm taking this thing off my head, though. Hopefully it's written on the front of the shirt instead of the back of the shirt. There. I got my champions. We are the champions, my friend. Look at how much this weighs. If you drop this on your toe, you would have a flat toe. Okay. We get a card. All right. I'll open the card later. Does it have those pictures like last time? Okay, there we go. We got, oh, look. Oh, boy, somebody's going to love that one. Ta-da! You ready? Button. There, we got a couple of freaking folders here. We got this one for Mercury Dimes. That's a Dansko album. Brand spanking new. Check this out. We got a Mercury Dime for... Mercury Dime folder, and we got all those Mercury Dimes from Coin Card Hobbyist. We'll put one and one together, and we'll help somebody build a library like this with albums everywhere. Then this one is Complete Philadelphia and Denver Mint collection of Denver Park Quarters, right there. That's just the Denver. No, Philadelphia and Denver. Okay. Wow, that's a big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pages in there. When that's full, it'll weigh a ton. Ooh, these are like major prize quality. That's a Whitman. Yes, Whitman. Did I say Dansko? Sorry, I'm just a man. I'm really simple. Okay, then we got this heavy thing. We got to get over here and look. Home. There. Look, we got some plastic wrap going on here. I love the package. I love the red box. I love the rectangular shape. I love how you hermetically seal this, and I can't get into it no matter how hard I try. I love razor here. There we go. Yep, I love how well you sealed it up. Oh, goodness. I love that the corners are 90 degrees, like a corner should be. There, we got into it. Whew. But I never get into that. Okay, there. What do you hear? What do you hear? Stuff. Look at, oh my goodness, look at, we got, I don't know what this is. Packaging. More packaging. Okay, we had one broke up, we had one open up, but everything's under control. So we got some $50. Lots of Kennedys here. Oh wow, look how shiny that one is. Dude, there's nothing wrong with this. Ta-da! There ain't nothing wrong with this 64. That's a full luster. Uncirculated. Okay. You're going to let me know what you want done with these. Several of these are screeching. Okie doke. Wow. Okay, several, look at this. Several of these are hardcore. Okay, because we've done things before with these, so let me know what we're doing with these this time. There's nothing wrong with these. Okay, what the hell's wrong with this? Okay, this one's different. Okay, one side is shiny. This is an ender. This is a grungy, filthy ender. Nope. There. We'll get into that. Where'd the tube go? Okay. This. Then you got to get the coins back into the tube. There we go. Oh wow, what's this one? That's a proof 64. Got a little spot there down by the date. A little bit frosty. It's not a cameo, but it's got a little frostiness to it. Okay. I just had some flips. There, that's clean. We'll set that in a flip. Ta-da! Stick it on the side. Well, there's some big show I told you. Well, there's a whole bunch of silver coming to the big show. This will keep us in the silver for weeks and weeks. What, 2, 3 rolls? That's like over a year of silver. See, I get a shirt. You guys get silver. There. Okay, we got, what is it? Oh, good. I've been needing these. Have you got a channel sticker? Because if you do, why haven't you sent a deck of them into the big show? Because people will collect these. They are perfectly happy to take your channel sticker, and they make boards, right? And a lot of people that win the big show have channels, and then what do you know? You're putting your channel sticker in front of the world, and in particular, right in front of one person who's going to take great pride in it, and if they have a show, they're going to show it off. Do you want to promote your channel? Send in the channel. What are you talking? 10 stickers? But it's actually a mermaid hand is what's going on here. See the scales? Big Ugly Sue had scales. It's a That's way back. That's another story. Just send in your damn channel stickers. There's my email address. It'll show up somewhere. And you can say, hey man, what address do I send my channel stickers to? 2019 P. So look at two rolls of these. What are you doing with P out in Oregon? Them's P's. And what's this? Those are big. Are these coppers? There's another tube of Kennedys. That's the first one. That's the second one. These are 40s and 90s. Entire tubes of them. See the difference between the 40s and the 90s? One's a little darker, one's getting a little brighter. There's like piles of stuff here. There. Nope, that didn't work. I can still talk. Just like Lizzie. Golden State Mint. 1 ounce fine copper. We got some U.S. flags. What do you suppose is on the other side? Okay. See, you squeeze it ever so gently so you can put it upside down. And then you let it go and you get them up. Ta-da! It's a home of the Whopper. No! It's a home of the free because of the brave. You darn right, babies. What's that say up there? Protecting our freedom. So you have an armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Yeah, good detail on there. Little bits of etching in and around those up. I'll show you. And I guess these are all the same. Well, that's not it. There it is. See? That's the little etching in and around all these devices here. Lots of detail on this. Ta-da! There's some beautiful copper. Count up those stars. And let's look at the other side here. This one has a little spot on it. Don't worry about a thing. I think it's lint. That just blew away. Where'd the, let's try this. Gone. There. That's fixed. It's probably off my shirt. Yeah. So there's a guy. Not sure if that's a guy or a gal. That's okay. He can be a uni. That's an Army guy or a Marine. I think that looks like Lake Erie. Oh no, it's an AK-40. No, M16. Ta-da! And those are raised up stars. They look great. Okay. We got copper. We got silver. And we got a whole lot of both. Good Lord. I got you covered, Blues. The copper rods have two different designs. Okay, well, it's got one design on the top and the bottom. So if I dig in there, oh, there it is. Oh, okay, it's got the same back. All right, got the flag with all that wonderful texture. But you also have, whoops, stay. What you got here is Sam the Eagle. There you go. In God we trust. Strength, freedom, pride. Well, two eagles. There you go. That's a hell of a nice design. Lots of detail. Oh, I haven't even checked the brim. Okay, reeded edge. Nope. There. That's the detail I'm talking. That's hardcore. There's more detail here than on a Hummel. Beautiful fields. Yeah, these are peaches. Where's the other bird? There's the other bird. Big bird and little bird. Big, little. Might be based on the same bird. Yeah, don't mess with that eagle. He will claw your eyes out. Man, there's nothing wrong with copper rounds. Absolutely wonderful color. I've always liked copper, right? I mean, it's pink when it's done right. It tones up a bit. It'll be pumpkiny. Uh, you don't get that on any other metal. Pink. Back in Maine, down at the Acadia National Park, it's it's all trees and mountains and water and rocks. Uh, they got this neat thing. The granite is pink. I'm not lying. It's pink. You can look at it and say, dude, that is pink granite. It's just, whatever's in there, whatever's in the quartz mix. Oh, and we have a delightful 2x2x9 box. Aha. Somebody's going to like that one. But I'm going to use that here for a while until we get it, empty. Da-da-da, because those are about the handiest things. I just picked up another batch of them. Where the hell they go? They're gone. Okay. There. I picked up a batch of the darn things. So they come in, they go out the door. We use them nonstop around here. In Texas, too. Look like a 249. What's a 249? So, is that like a 420? Dude, I wasn't military. Look. My nuts are yours. I'm a bad man. And inside, and I don't say that to just anyone. Happy Valentine's Day and happy birthday. That was like years ago. Love, Paula. Dum-dum. Yeah, my nuts are yours. Dope. A dirty Valentine's Day card? I can't show this on the air. Now I got to delete the whole show. I've been talking for like 4 hours. Ah, gosh. Are we done? Have we finally got through? We got a shirt. We got the funny ears. We got all kinds of silver. We got errors. We got stuff for coin class. I got so much chocolate, I'm going to die. Really, this will kill me. I'm going to eat this for supper. Well, I had some chicken in there, and I ate that for the past couple of days, but I went in for it, and I said, oh my God, it's done. That chicken just didn't survive any further, but I'd gone through most of it anyway. So, what the hell? It fed me for like 3 days. Yup, but it wasn't going to feed me for another one. It would kill me, but no more feeding. So we got stuff from Amanda. We got channel stickers from her. All those V-nickels, Mercury dimes. I don't know what else. Dude, we got BU pennies up the wazoo. We got Canadian pennies. We got silver, 40%, 90%. I got to adjust my count to like a million. Where's that? I can find my count. There it is. And hit this button. And there. We'll change that to like a million. Yeah, you can't get that on any of those coin roll hunting channels. Yep, you don't have to pay a thing for it, too. You'll win that here. Yep, that one burned out, too. Shameful. There we go. I'm going to eat my giant kiss. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's like a... Did you ever... You younger kids wouldn't understand what I mean by National Geographic. You just wouldn't understand it. Dude, that's what we had in the 70s. And if you got caught with them, dude, that was your ass. That card is not right. You think she's a nice girl. MS 1 billion. Look how much silver we got. Look at that. We got 1 million freaking silver in our count. There, we beat every coin roll hunting channel combined in one show. Works for me. Look, guys, I've been on for like 4 hours. Okay, 3 hours and 9 minutes is what it says. I got to get in there, and I got some spaghetti and meatballs I was going to whip up. But I'll probably just spend my time with this hunk of chocolate. I'll probably fall in love with this hunk of chocolate. There, we got the big show coming up Saturday. No, Sunday. Um, what else is next up? Oh God, just stay tuned. We're always doing something. Meantime, you guys, you stay groovy, okay? I'm gonna go do my thing.